So, dear all partners and clients here, this time Agri Network is a little bit different, and we are going to discuss a more serious topic. And we know that probably you already faced this season a little bit complications about peat moss supply. But we would like to provide you some solutions during this meeting. So we are going to answer after this presentation, or it's not a presentation even, we are going to ask questions, and also Mare, Indrek, Ave, Christina, who are our salesperson, they will ask most relevant topics, and Kristel and Mari-Liis will answer those questions. And later on, please be aware that you can also ask questions about your topic in the chat, or if you are able and you can also ask directly with the video. But first of all, let me introduce who is here from our team and from our side. So you can see here Ave Mailan. Ave is one of our salesperson. Then you can see here Indrek Väli. Indrek is also our salesperson. And then you can see here Christina. Christina is also salesperson. And then you can see also Mare. All our team members, the sales team, they have a really good experience and long-term experience in peat moss industry. So basically, they know everything about what's going on, what is going on in logistics side, also about technical things about peat moss and substrates. So it's a very, very good opportunity here to ask even directly from them. Then here you can see our CEO, Kristel. Kristel has also very extensive experience in the peat industry. She's been in the field, I think, already over 20 years or something. So extremely good opportunity to ask directly from her. And she's going to also answer those questions which are already prepared by our sales team. And another person is Mari-Liis. Mari-Liis is our COO, and also a very, very great experience, many, many years in the field, basically knowing everything. So also absolutely amazing opportunity to ask directly from her. So let's start. And I know that Kristel, the first question you would like to ask is actually from Mari-Liis. So Kristel, say hello, and screen is yours.
Thanks. So Mari-Liis, maybe we can start in a more general topic. So maybe you can comment on what are the main changes or improvements that have taken place this year in Mikskaar.
Hello to everybody, and thank you, Kristel, for the question. Main changes or improvements are that our peatland area under production has increased this year. So we are able to produce the required quantity despite the hectic weather. In the factory, we have rearranged the production shift system in order to increase the count of produced pallets. Different smaller modifications to the production equipment have already been made, and at the end of the year, we will replace part of the production line in order to increase the speed even more. So here, these are the small changes and improvements.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's very good to know. Indrek, I know that you have also a couple of good questions which Kristel can answer.
Yes, hello, thank you. Yes, indeed, we had several inquiries recently, and we thought that it's a good place to maybe address those issues in a wider circle here, and it's a good opportunity. Many customers have heard in September that peat producers in different countries do not have enough peat for the coming 2021-22 season. What maybe Crystal can tell me, what have caused this shortage?
So basically, it all started already last year, and this year it even deteriorated. The peat industry is facing several challenges this year due to weather-induced peat shortage and soaring costs of transportation. As you all know, peat production is very dependent on weather. And this summer, some peat producing areas have plenty of warm and dry weather, and the others not so much. Different parts of Europe were devastated by floods and excessive rainfall. And as a result of that, the quantities of peat altogether all over the world are not so big this year. And towards the spring, the demand might even exceed the supply. So we will have to see.
What this means to the customers and peat users in different markets where we operate. Can you explain maybe a little bit what is your expectation, what this means for actual customers and users?
Well, I'm thinking that we can solve this problem by extra attention to long-term contracts and preliminary planning. More time has to be allowed for production planning and also for transport hunting. And according to our current knowledge of your planned sales, we have enough peat moss for your orders. And we encourage you to update the sales prognosis for the spring as soon as possible if any considerable changes or differences are expected. And so I think we can tackle the problem if we plan ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe now I will give a screen to Ave. I know that Ave also have a good question.
Yes, maybe I will refer this question to Mari-Liis, but at the same time, hello everybody. So glad to see you here to gather the information we are giving. Mari-Liis, maybe you can tell me and to our customers when we know that there is lack of peat, so how long does the current lack of peat influence the deliveries? And does this affect only this season?
As everybody might know, then peat harvesting takes place every summer. We start in May or June and end in August. In order to harvest peat, there have to be several days of dry weather in a row. Every time a couple of centimeters is harvested. These harvesting cycles take place several times in the summer. If the summer is rainy, some of these cycles get cancelled. So every year we have to see what the weather is like and act according to it. If some years the lack is big, the harvest is the first couple of months goes for serving the orders from the previous season. Rainy seasons occur every 5 to 6 years. Therefore, if we will have a long and dry summer, it is very well possible that the current lack has no effect on your future deliveries.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mari-Liis. Yes, it's always good to repeat what is peat harvesting actually, because if you are living in a very tropical area, you have no idea actually how it's harvested and what can influence it. So it's a really natural material. So it's always good to repeat the same thing and to remind it that it's really dependable on the weather conditions. But Christina, I know that you have also a great question for according to the client they asked.
Yeah, hi everyone. Yeah, my question is that does the lack of the peat moss and the general situation at the moment, what is this year, does it affect the quality and the loading norms?
It will not affect the quality of peat, but it will affect the weight of peat and through that also the loading norms. The peat piles are in the open air in the peat field where we storage them and then deliver from there throughout the year. And therefore, if it rains or snows, then it also touches the peat. And if it rains, it makes the peat heavier. And depending on the weight limit at the destination of the customer, there is a threat of one or more pallets being loaded less because simply the density of peat has increased.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but Indrek, you have also additional question.
I wanted to ask about the last question, what Christina asked about the number of pallets we can load into containers. Which products or which sizes of the bales are at the moment already affected by that? I mean, instead of 21 pallets, can we load only 20, or how is the situation?
The first sizes to be affected will most probably be the 275-liter bales, where we are generally loading 21 pallets. But if the density increases even further, then we need to skip one. So we need to load 20. But of course, it also depends on whether the weight limit at the destination is 27 tons or 19.5 tons. There is a big difference there.
Thank you.
But Crystal, what should they do to ensure the quantities they need? Maybe you can answer also this question.
Yes, that was my question. I just wanted to ask.
Okay, I was wondering maybe.
because what can we do differently? I mean, our customers also to be able to cope with this special situation. How can they ensure the quantities they need?
Well, I think one of the easiest ways is to sign a contract on planned quantities. And if such contracts are signed by the end of the month, there is a way to plan or reserve the quantities for the long-term customers. And it is that the shipments have to be planned for the whole season so that the raw material can be reserved and logistical solutions can be figured out and ensured. And as a matter of fact, well, this year the situation is a bit tense, but actually the idea does not affect only this season. It actually applies to all seasons, that in order to ensure the quantities, the required quality, the required delivery times, we need to make some planning ahead, even more than before.
Okay, thank you. So what we have always encouraged our customers to send plans, even though they may be at the moment, of course, not yet very realistic even maybe, but according to experiences and talkings to their customers, end users, many customers can still predict quite well, and it's more important even in this season to send it as early as possible. I understand. Thank you very much.
Yes, because it doesn't have to be a confirmed order. It is just a rough vision of what you are going to do. And we will be very thankful if you can share it with us.
Okay. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I wanted to ask actually that maybe Mari-Liis or Kristel can give some tips to our clients that how to plan the best and when is the very last time they can send their orders and plans, especially plans, because yes, order you can confirm, but the plans, so we can already adapt.
So I will answer to it. For harvesting peat according to your needs of quality and quantity, we make the prognosis already 18 months ahead. In the spring, we plan the summer harvest, and the deliveries will take place in the following autumn, winter, and spring. So, but if there is any kind of, you can send your plans every time when they are changing, especially when they are increasing. So then we know, then we can adjust something. But we have some our own system how we plan the harvesting according to the previous sales. We consider and things like this. So it is very important for us that if there is any kind of changes in your plans, then please let us know. Then we can take it into consideration. Thank you.
But moving to the already to deliveries, I know, Mare, that you have also good question about that, very necessary one.
Yes, of course. Hello to everybody. Very nice to meet you here. What I wanted to ask is about the, like we all know, we have a different structures we are producing, like a fine, medium, coarse. And could you please explain, is there any difference and what to do to ensure that we can get the different structures in time? Is there any difference with structures?
Yes, there is a difference in structures, and regarding medium and coarse structures, we have recently witnessed an increase in demand. So in order to satisfy that demand, we have rearranged our production technology to serve these orders faster and better. So the general share is like this, that about 70% of the peat, raw peat, is of fine structure and about 30% is coarse structure. So there is 2 times less coarse material available. And in order to get the goods on time, again, we advise you to make the preliminary orders well in advance. And if it's a ASAP order, then please allow about 3 to 4 weeks for production in case of coarse orders or any other special products orders.
Okay.
Now, I would like to ask a next question. So let's pretend I'm a customer and I have a bunch of orders. And my question is, would all of them be confirmed?
I can say that the amount of orders are increasing. And like I mentioned many times today before, it is very important to know at least rough plans for your order so that we can book our production, also book the transportation and fill the orders on time. For all our long-term customers, we have incremented the quantities of the previous seasons and planned them for the harvesting. We have enough peat to cover those quantities. Everyone is welcome to share their plans with your sales manager later on to plan those quantities more exactly. We need your plans by the end of the May, but yeah, we will confirm the orders.
Okay, so the customer should have a rough plan by October.
Yeah.
The quantities. So this would be ideal.
This would be ideal, yes.
Okay. Now, and the next question, maybe you can tell me more specifically which type of product is preferred in case there is such preference.
general, we appreciate all our customers and any orders that they send to us. We are pretty much dedicated to long-term relationships and repeated orders. So, but on the other hand, we strongly believe that our substrates are of top-notch quality, and therefore, if there is such how to say traffic jam in the in the orders, then the substrate orders have top priority. We have invested a lot in our production, and we have made changes so that the capacity is bigger than before. And therefore, we strongly believe that we can serve all our long-term customers and their orders, whether they are ordering substrates or just plain peat.
Okay, to sum it up, so long-term partners would be preferred, and then plus substrate orders.
Yes.
Thank you.
I have a question actually. Let's say that the client now have sent their orders and plans on time, everything is okay, but at the moment there is many producers that do not have peat moss enough. So they can expect actually some unplanned growth, I think. So how do we ensure that they would still get all their orders, also the unexpected ones? Because I'm pretty sure they also don't want to send away the new customers, so, or maybe potentially long-term customers. So is it okay, and is it ensured that we can also cover the unplanned orders?
Yes, I think this year it's a good opportunity for our distributors to find some completely new customers. Our sales managers have calculated the plans with an incremented increase, so some unexpected growth can be accommodated. But as you all understand, not infinitely. So we have to discuss it, we have to communicate, we have to confirm the plans and the orders one by one and see the situation. But we have calculated into the harvesting some increased quantities, so we expect to accommodate some of the increase, of course.
Okay, good, thanks.
And of course, some of our long-term business partners, they already told us their ambition in the certain countries. So we have taken it to like by word. So we have this enough capacity to provide it. But Mare, as we know, there are many structures available of peat moss and substrates. You have one question about it.
Yes, I think that just maybe we can repeat that Mari-Liis could also, knowing more about the production, could explain more clearly how the production and availability of different structures is going.
If we know the orders well in advance, then the structure does not affect the availability or delivery time. The usual share of structures in peat moss is 70% fine and 30% coarse. So therefore, coarse structures are less available, still available, but less available. And we appreciate if we know them as long in advance as it possible, because it might take a bit longer time. And if you want to get your order on time, then we need to know a little bit before time. So that is the easiest way how to explain it.
So do I understand correctly that fine structure, it runs like a smoothly, and when it concerns a bit coarser structures, then the production takes more time?
Yes, it is just a little bit more time consuming than fine structure.
And needs more planning? Yes. Thanks.
You're welcome. But as I'm already speaking, I have maybe a question to Crystal. So Crystal, maybe you can introduce a little bit about our Mikskaar future plans. It would be maybe interesting to hear.
Yes, recently we have witnessed a dramatic increase in greenhouse area all over the world, and also therefore the demand for peat substrates all over the world. And this has encouraged us to make long-term plans of growth. And we hope you, our customers, will accompany us on this way. And in order to increase the popularity and availability of Mikskaar goods, we need to exhibit at trade fairs, organize seminars and webinars, and do other marketing activities. And all your ideas of different marketing events are also very welcome, because we rely on you, the distributors, to get to the customers, to get to the final customers. And in order to grow, we need to strengthen the cooperation even more. And for the coming years, we have planned an increase of approximately 20% per year. And this will be achieved by creating new markets and market segments, and of course, continuing with the existing markets and increasing and developing them further. And in order to achieve all that, we will have to make several rearrangements in our peatlands and also in the factory, so that the increased demand can be satisfied. And we are very happy that the greenhouses and nurseries all over the world use Mikskaar substrates. And we really wish to continue to serve them also in the future. So that now that we have this a bit complicated year, I think we will overcome the hardships with more cooperation and stronger relationships. And then we can continue strongly into the future. Thanks.
Thank you, Crystal. It was really good to hear more about the future. And don't hesitate to communicate with your salesperson here in Mikskaar. You can always ask any kind of questions and what we can do for you in your certain market. So we've done many cooperation in different countries, making even webinars for your clients, coming to your location, doing trade shows, whatever. You just, if you need to push your market, cooperate with us. We can help you. So, but generally, what we would like to say that we have enough peat moss. And Crystal, what is the another message we would like to give you?
Yes, that please go ahead, send the peat moss and the substrates to your customers, and let's increase together.
And please plan your containers and and how much you really need it, and be ambitious. That's my advice. Because we can see that it is right now growing. Anyone else would like to add here, or we will close up our long meeting today? Because usually we are saying that it's gonna take only 1 hour, but today it went a little bit longer, but it's understandable. The topic is very serious, hot, and really we have to talk about those things. And we also didn't see many of you a long time here in Agri Network. And yes, we really appreciate your time. So one more question, if somebody has. If not, then I will send also greetings to Taiwan, South Korea, and all the other places I've seen here, many Thailand, many partners from all over the world. And greetings to you, and most important, stay safe yourself. And welcome to Estonia if you can travel, and see you next month. We will let you know when our Agri Network and what kind of topic we will have here to discuss with you. And thank you everyone also in our team. I think you are the best experts in the world in this industry. So thank you so much, our team and all our partners globally. Bye.